Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another lilac-y pinky eye because no one's giving me ideas. I told you guys I am definitely in this lilac-y moment and I'm loving it. I think this is a really pretty simple eye that anyone can wear and it's sparkly. Who doesn't like sparkles? If you guys want to see how I got this look using the Huda New Nudes Palette, let's go. Okay guys, so I'm going to take the Huda Beauty New Nudes Palette and I've already applied primer on my lids. I use the Lane Low Paint by MAC. I've really been enjoying that one because it cancels out any darkness on my lids. As you guys can see, I have pretty dark under eyes and my lids are just as dark. I'm going to take the color Play, which is this really pretty like peachy shade. It kind of reminds me of Maximo Silk. I don't know if you guys would know what that is, but if you are around my age and if you've been watching YouTube tutorials for over 10 years, then you'll know Samoa Silk. It was just like perfection. I think I still have it and I try not to use it because I know it was discontinued, but it was like the softest, silkiest shadow. Like the pigmentation was just fantastic. So I'm just taking this and I am pressing it on the lid but also blending it out, and I'm really trying to get it to stick down here. For whatever reason, it's not really applying and sticking. Yeah, it's such a beautiful color. It's not really sticking to my lower lid, but I think that's because I have on a lash conditioner. And yeah, for those of you that are wondering, a lash conditioner is good for conditioning your lashes, but it'll keep them from breaking and falling off. I know, it's a little extra. I'm going to take this color up into the brow bone. Love it. So I'm going to take Teddy, which is the shade here. This is a great palette, guys. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to take that just right into the crease. This palette is just fantastic. Like, it has enough color, it has a ton of neutral shades, so you can create a more dramatic look. It has the glitter and then those like marbled shadows, which again have a different finish. So it's great. And then it has a lash primer, which I taped so that it doesn't get dirty. But if you're looking for a holiday gift, something that is for like the person that doesn't wear a ton of makeup, this is a great one. Now, if you are someone like me, I would probably do something like the Mars Retrograde. Huda makes actually a really great shadows, so you can't go wrong with any of her palettes. I'm going to take Love Bite, which is a little bit more purple. It's that one there. It's a little deeper. And I'm going to place that in the crease. She always calls when I'm filming. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's so many great shades in here and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Part of me wants to take Love Bite, which was that deep purple that we used, and put it all over the lid. But I think that might be too much. I'm gonna take Fantasy, which is this really pearly lilac-y shade. And I'm going to use my fingers and then press this onto the lid. All I'm doing is just blending this out. I'm gonna take Daydream, which is this lighter marbled color, and I'm going to place that in the center of the eyelid. I think I'm liking this for all over the lid, but we're going to leave this as is until I see where this look is going. I'm going to take Crave, which is this one here, and I'm going to take that and just apply it to the lower part of my lid. I'm going to use my pinky for that, just to kind of give it a little pop. So when I read the name, you know, these names are in like this light rose gold shade, so they're hard to read. I have to angle them. But I saw it as crime. I'm like, crime? Why would she name this crime? And I am going to move on to the complexion. So I'm going to be using this sponge. This is a new sponge that you guys should already have seen the review on. It's actually on my channel as we speak. And it's by a company called InStylish. And they reached out to me about, I'm using this Boing concealer by Benefit, by the way. They reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to try their product, and I'm like, sure. And again, it was one of those situations where they offered me a coupon code for you guys, so you can get 10% off of your purchase if you choose to purchase a sponge. And honestly, I'm not getting paid to tell you guys or even promote it, and if I didn't like it, I would tell the company I didn't like it and give them the option as to whether they'd like me to proceed with my review or whatnot, right? But guys, it's freaking good. So you'll get, if you buy it, you'll get 10% off. But this little sponge is nice. This is wet already. So like any sponge, it expands, but my favorite part about this sponge is the density. It's not super soft, but it's also not hard, and this flat surface, this edge here is so sharp that it gives you like the sharpest cleanup. You can contour with it, which you guys can see in my review. So I'm not going to say much more about it other than it's good. You'll probably see this sponge on my channel a little more. So I'm using the Hourglass Vanish foundation, the liquid form, and I'm going to apply it with my finger and then go in with my sponge. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't want the product to sit on top of the sponge. I don't want it to get absorbed into the sponge. And this one honestly doesn't absorb a ton of your product, but it does absorb some of it. So I'd rather most of the product to go on my face. Okay guys, so I'm going to take my Fenty banana powder and I am going to load my sponge up, as you guys can see, and I am going to bake my face. You guys know it's what I do, but this is really what keeps my makeup on long, especially since I don't touch up throughout the day. So I'm just going to mention this. You guys should watch the review on this because I go into more detail about the sponge, and I don't want to make this video about the sponge. But this sponge does a really great job at applying your powder, especially for baking purposes. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the Juno & Co sponge, and that hasn't changed. But sometimes with the Juno & Co sponge, because it does do a really great job at giving you that full coverage, or really make your product go the extra mile, it can feel a little drying. And with this sponge, I noticed instantly, especially with a powder like Fenty, because Fenty, as I've mentioned to you, can be a little drying. I feel like because of the difference in texture in the sponge, this sponge does not make me feel dry or like I have on a thick layer of powder, even though I do. This really does feel really light and hydrating. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's a really, I'm very impressed. Okay guys, so I am going to take Gypsy, which you guys know I love. I don't know if I should do Gypsy or... All right, Gypsy it is. And I'm going to just create a little bit of a thin line at the crease. I'm going to use my MAC 210, which is my favorite liner brush. It's so thin. I think this was the only brush that was still pretty decent when they went synthetic. So I'm just going to take a little thin line. I know it feels like it's not making a difference, but I promise you it will. I'm really into the glitter right now. And all I did was I blended up a little bit just to kind of give us that extra sparkle. I'm just blending up just to kind of get that extra dimension. I really like this. Gypsy has been one of my favorites right now. It's just really pretty. And all I did was just add a little extra something. Like it's not a ton, but it's just enough to kind of add a little extra pop of shimmer. Okay guys, I'm gonna take Pink of Me by Marc Jacobs, and I'm going to apply this to the waterline. And I'm gonna go back into that Nudes palette, and I'm going to take Tickle, which is this shade here. And I'm going to use a flat brush and just apply this to the lower lash line. I'm actually going to take Spanked, which is this color here, and I'm going to take a different brush, and I'm just going to smoke the lower lash line out. Going to touch up my mascara on the lower lash line. Whenever you use a pink or a red or something that has more of a red base to it, you want to make sure that you use either a brown or a black on your lower lash line, because otherwise it can look a little sickly. So yeah, I'm going to go back in with Gypsy, and I'm going to use this on the inner corner. I'm telling you guys, I'm loving this Gypsy. It's like the best. I'm gonna try Fenty's Unlock. I think this might be a little too much, but we can always switch it up. Too much. I'm gonna take a Laura Mercier pencil. This is in the shade Natural Lips. And I want to do my lips before I do the rest of my face. I thought I was going to go bold, but too much. Alright guys, so I lined my lips in Laura Mercier Natural Lips. And now I'm going to take Fenty's liquid lipstick. And this one is in the shade Uncuffed. It's a really pretty nude. I'm going to go in with my Glowgasm palette, and this is in Lovegasm. I'm going to go in with that bronzer, and I'm just going to warm up my complexion. Sorry guys, I'm trying to let my hair air dry. So I put my hair down, but it's in the way, and it's just, I need to get ready, so. I'm going to take this Natasha Denona Blush and Glow Mini, and I'm going to use the blush in this little palette. Alright guys, I'm gonna set this with my Evian water spray. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what some tutorials, reviews, just video ideas that you guys are interested in, because otherwise you're going to keep getting these pink lilac-y eyes, and you're probably going to get the brown smoky eye, or the olive green look, or the glitter. Like, tell me, what do you guys want to see? I hope that you guys really did enjoy this video. It was really easy to do, but I had a lot of fun playing with the textures and the colors in the new nude palette. Please be sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.